Hope is a place where one smiling face can make a difference, where positive messages dance past the edges of doubt. It's a ripple, it's a rhythm, it's a movement, it's a beating of drums, oh yeah. And you can't help but move to its music when it comes. Sing it with us. Optimism is contagious. Say it loud and say it strong. Optimism is contagious. Pick it up and pass it on. Rocks can be smoothed, tides can be moved by the moon. Armies disarmed and snakes simply charmed by a tune. It's a candle, it's a beacon, it's a comet, it's a constellation. Oh, so let yourself go and bask in the glow of the illumination. Optimism is contagious. Say it loud and say it strong. Optimism is contagious. Pick it up and pass it on. Simply defined, it's a state of mind. Do you want to stand in the dark, or do you want to shine? Optimism is contagious. Say it loud and say it strong. Go, Christine. Optimism is contagious. Pick it up and pass it on. One more time. Optimism is contagious. Say it loud and say it strong. Optimism is contagious. Pick it up and pass it on. 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 Yeah.
That's pretty much our show. Good night. Good night, good night everybody.
Reverend Sherri James is in the house.
Sherri James.
All right, Tom's going to take it away.
Whoops.
Imagine me and you, I do. I think about you day and night. It's only right to think about the girl you love and hold her tight. So happy together. If I should call you up, invest a dime, and say what's in it wrong to me, and ease my mind. Imagine how the world could be so very fine, so happy together. Everybody now. I can't see you loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for me is you, and you for me, so happy together. I can't see you loving nobody but you for all my life. When you're with me, baby, the skies will be blue for all my life. Me and you and me, no matter how they toss the dice, it had to be. The only one for you is me, and you for me, so happy together. for me is you, and you for me. So happy together. So happy together. How is the weather? So happy together. We're happy together. So happy together. Happy together.
All right, Tom.
Just because we're having so much fun doing this, we're going to do one more pre-show.
There's a lot of situations that try to test our patience. We don't have to let them mess up our day. 'Cause that's just a little speed bump in the road of life. And nothing's gonna rain on our parade. And if you wanna know the secret, getting things done with minimum headache and maximum fun. Simple advice, you got to treat people nice, and you'll always have a good outcome. So supply a little positivity, positivity, that's all you really need. Sunny disposition, keep shining unconditionally. Well, so you're driving on the freeway, and there's a lot of leeway on the side, up ahead or behind. Seems like everybody's late for something, raising, rushing, honking, bumping, still not making good time. So instead of giving someone a piece of your mind, stop, let them in, and flash the peace sign, and hold up 2 fingers instead of just one. And they'll do the same for you, son. Just supply a little positivity, positivity, that's all you really need. A solid disposition, keep shining unconditionally. Oh yeah, and you'll find that the potential for joy is exponential. Imagine what this world could be. Well, positivity, positivity, that's all we really need. I said, that's all we really need. That's all we really need. I'm positive about that.
That's a thank you,
All
Harold
right.
Payne.
Yay.
Are you amazed at how amazing our music team is? Yes. Oh, y'all can do better than that.
Woohoo! Well, guess what? We actually have one more to do. But you can stay up here and sing with us because we would love it. Come on. Come on. We're doing God in Every Face, and everybody's singing. So stand up. This one is a really fun Mark Stanton Welch song. We're going to do this one all together. There's the lyrics. We come together to behold the power of love, the power of light. We come together to behold. We are divine. Lift up our hands. Lift up our hands. Lift up our hearts. Lift up our spirit. Listen to the stars. Dance in the glory. Whirl in the grace. See God in every face. Let's look around and see each other. See God in every face. We're going to do it again. We come together to behold the power of love, the power of light. We come together to behold. We are divine. Lift up our hands. Lift up our hands. Lift up our hearts. Lift up our vision. Lift it to the stars. Dance in the glory. Whirl in the grace. See God in every face. See God in every face. Well, that's a way to start.
Welcome to Temple.
Well, we're here. Welcome, everybody. Are you ready for an absolute transformational Sunday experience. Yes. Are you ready to have your vibration lifted and changed? Yeah. I might not be in the right place. I may not be. So today we are on our 9th experiment of E cubed. It's a cube? Yeah. The third. Yeah, cubed. I may just go back down, come back up, and start over. The author is Pam Grout, and she tells us that life is miraculous. And I promise you it is. And so let's take a moment. Let's say hello to all of our friends in the room with us. Let's say hello to our friends online. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you for joining us. Online, we have Jackie Chudley in the UK. She is our online greeter today, so be sure to say hello if you are there with her online, and I'll be in the chat as well. But let's open our service right now in prayer. I feel like I need to say that what happens in this moment is that your vibration is lifting, right? Everything that you have is a function of like what you can see. And so if the vibration is too low, you can walk past $100 bill on the ground and just keep walking. But as you raise the vibration, it's like we're the fish in water. We're walking in the miracle. And so that's what this prayer begins. It begins the process of lifting the consciousness. Will that be okay? Yes. Okay. All right, so let's center ourselves in the power and the presence of God. Recognizing that there's only one power, there's only one presence. That power, that presence is God, the good, omnipotent, the everywhere, evenly present spirit of absolute good. That right within us right now is a principle and a power that is working, that is emerging the best of us out into expression. And so we've come together, Spirit, for the purpose of worship and praise, so that we may raise the vibration, so that we may tear down mental strongholds in our minds, that we may let go of limiting beliefs, that we may let go of thinking that we are only human. We are divine, period. I won't even say we're God in expression. We are God, full stop. And so it is in this consciousness that we bless this service. We bless this time that we have together. We maximize this moment so that when we get up from these seats, that we are not the same people who sat down, but that we walk differently in the earth. We walk as the change makers that we are. We walk as the gods that we are. Now, Spirit, I thank you because I know that you always hear me when I pray. And so I relax and I allow this prayer to become flesh in the name and in the consciousness of the mighty I am presence. It is so, and so it is.
We're going to sing this one together and remind ourselves of our magnificence. You can stay seated, but please join us. Here we go. I'm here to remind you of your magnificence, to help you awake to all the wonder that you are. I long to show you all the joy you're worthy of. I'm here to remind you how much you're truly loved. Now you know it. Let's do it again. I'm here to remind you of your magnificence, to help you awake to all the wonder that you are. You're all wonderful. I long to show you all the joy you're worthy of. Amen. I'm here to remind you how much you're truly loved.
Good morning. I'm Susan Hart, one of the members of the Unity of the Oaks prayer team, and Janie will be available to pray with you after service. Now I have the honor of preparing us for our time of meditation with the reading from our Lent book. And today it's the process of non-resistance. Just as the sea does not resist the friction of the wind on its surface, nor does the grass resist rains, storms, and snowfalls, I allow the circumstances and experiences of life to wash over me. In this way, I free myself from the state of internal struggle and weakness that opposition and resistance cause. I practice acceptance and live life with no strings attached. Jesus said, "Do not resist an evildoer, so let the circumstances flow and stay focused on omnipresent love." The power to choose is always in each of us. Let's practice using it wisely. Non-resistance is a process that occurs in our consciousness as we recognize, accept, and affirm that in God there is nothing to fear. The only presence and the only power that exists in the universe is absolute good, and it is always with us. Holding this awareness will make everything work together for our good. According to Matthew 5:39, "But I say to you, do not resist an evildoer, but if anyone strikes you on the right cheek, turn the other also." And we affirm, I choose not to resist today.
Let's take a moment to settle ourselves and to hold on to that feeling. I choose not to resist. And so right where you are, just take a deep cleansing breath. And feel yourself settle into your seat. Take a deep cleansing breath. In this moment, there is nothing to do. There's nowhere to go. There's nowhere to be. There's just time to simply be. Thank you, Spirit. We just draw our attention to our breath. And notice the easy rise and fall of the breath. We let come into our awareness the understanding that we are divinely supported. We have everything that we need. In this moment where we are completely detached from our 3D reality, we bask in the awareness that we have everything we need. Nothing is lacking in this moment. We feel any tension leave our bodies. Our toes uncurl. The tension in our back falls away. And we just experience a complete and total release. Thank you, God. Thank you, Spirit. So we bring our conscious awareness back to this present moment, back to this space. We just give thanks that right where we are, we have the ability to tap into peace, to tap into love, to tap into joy. It is always with us. Thank you, Spirit.
Though I can't see you, there's no denying. I feel your presence thick in this room. Oh, you amaze me, blowing my mind with miracles only love can do. You'll find no resistance, Father, you are welcome. Come and have your way. Come and have your way. You'll find no resistance, Father, you are welcome. Come and have your way. Come and have your way. Come and have your way.
No competing agendas, you're realigning my heart to be with the rhythm of yours. God, I surrender. You can have all of me. I want to feel your glory, Lord. So we invite you. You'll find no resistance. Father, you are welcome. Come and have your way.
Come and have your
fill us up.
Come and fill us
Come fill-
up.
Holy Spirit,
You're in this
we
place.
can feel you.
You're in
here.
this
We
place.
can feel you.
You're in this place.
You'll find no resistance.
You'll find no resistance. Father, you are welcome.
Come and have your way.
Come and have your way.
You are welcome here.
Come and have your way.
You'll find no resistance.
Father, you are welcome.
You are welcome here.
Come and have your way.
Come and have your way.
Come and have your way.
Move where you wanna
Have
move.
your way.
Do what you wanna do.
You'll find no resistance.
You can have your way.
Father, you are welcome.
Move where you
Come
wanna
and have your way.
do what you
Come
wanna
and
do.
have your way.
Not my
Come
will,
and have
but
your
thy will. I'm letting go.
have your
I'm letting go.
Come and have your
I'm letting go.
I am properly impressed. Oh my God, that song just gave me chills. Ooh, okay. Yes, 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 yes. Thank you, Spirit. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I'm really excited to be with you guys for this final Sunday that we're doing E Cubed. I love Pam Grout so much. I don't know if you guys have ever read her book, Thank and Grow Rich. Do you know it? And gratitude is my jam. I don't know if you know that about me, but gratitude is like my thing. And she wrote that book so well that I had a bit of envy because it was just so complete. Do yourself a favor. It is just like she pulls gratitude apart. There's no meat left on the bone. It is, she does an amazing job. Today, I'm going to talk to you about experiment number 9, and the title of my sermon is Learn to Work Small. Learn to work small. I'm going to tell you a story, but first let me give you my thesis. My thesis is that you can have whatever life you choose. It's in your hands. Like every message, honestly, that's every message. Like every message that I give you, every message that Reverend Stacy gives you, every message that any guest speaker is going to give you, the music, like you can have whatever life you choose. You first have to accept that you're choosing it. And that's a really hard thing because it's some crazy stuff happening. I had an experience yesterday where I was having a whole flat tire in the evening, and they were telling me you were going to need to leave your car in Rosemead. And I'm thinking, I got to Uber to Glendale, then I got to Uber to Thousand Oaks, and then I got to Uber back to Rosemead because I got to get the car. And then I remembered you can have the life that you choose. You are always creating it, even at the point of crisis. Y'all are properly protected. The scripture, and I always choose a guiding scripture because it's my anchor. I'm a Bible teacher. Matthew chapter 13, 31 to 32. This is for you, Sherri. Another parable he put forth to them, saying, the kingdom of heaven is like a mustard seed, which a man took and sowed in his field, which indeed is the least of all the seeds. But when it is grown, it is greater than the herbs and becomes a tree, so that the birds of the air come and nest in its branches. We're going to talk about small things. You have to learn to work small. So many times we want to work big, and this is going to make more sense as I go, but you have to learn to work small. The secret to great accomplishment is learning to work small. I'm going to talk to you about British cycling, which may not be a subject that you know about unless you're into cycling. The fate of British cycling changed in one day in 2003. The organization, which was the governing body for professional cycling in Great Britain, had recently hired Dave Brailsford as its new performance director. At the time, professional cyclists in Great Britain had endured nearly 100 years of mediocrity. Since 1908, British riders had won just a single gold medal at the Olympic Games. And they had fared even worse in cycling's biggest race, the Tour de France. And so in 110 years, no British cyclist had ever won the event. They call that loser. Okay. In fact, the performance of British riders had been so underwhelming that one of the top bike manufacturers in Europe refused to sell. They refused to sell bikes to the team because they were afraid that it would hurt their brand if they saw a British rider on their bike. Brailsford had been hired to put British cycling on a new trajectory. What made him different from previous coaches was his relentless commitment to a strategy that he referred to as the aggregation of marginal gains, which is this philosophy of searching for a tiny margin of improvement in everything you do. Brailsford said the whole principle came from the idea that if you broke everything down, you could think of that goes into riding a bike and then improve it by 1%, you will get a significant increase when you put it all together. And so he and his coaches, they started making small adjustments that you might expect from a professional cycling team. So they redesigned the bike seats to make them more comfortable. They rubbed alcohol on the tires for better grip. They asked their riders to wear electrically heated overshorts to maintain ideal muscle temperature while riding, and using biofeedback sensors to monitor how each athlete responded to a particular workout. The team tested various fabrics in a wind tunnel, and they had their outdoor riders switch to indoor riding suits because it proved to be lighter and more aerodynamic. But they didn't stop there. They continued to find 1% improvements in overlooked and unexpected areas. They tested different types of massage gels and to see which one led to the fastest muscle recovery. They hired a surgeon to teach the riders how to wash their hands to reduce the chances of catching a cold. They determined the type of pillow and mattress that led to the best night's sleep for each rider. They even painted the inside of the team truck white so that they could spot little bits of dust that would normally slip by unnoticed and degrade the performance of their finely tuned bikes. As these and hundreds of other small improvements accumulated, the results came faster than anyone could have imagined. Just 5 years after Brailsford took over, the British cycling team dominated road and track cycling events at the 2008 Olympics in Beijing. They won an astounding 60% of the gold medals that were available. 4 years later, when the Olympic Games came to London, they raised the bar and they set 9 Olympic records and 7 world records. That same year, Bradley Wiggins became the first British cyclist to win the Tour de France. The next year, his teammate Chris Froome won the race, and he would go on to win again in 2015, 2016, and 2017. In a 10-year span, they won 178 world championships and 65 Olympic or Paralympic Games, gold medals. They captured 5 Tour de France victories, and they are in what is widely regarded as the most successful run in cycling history. How does this happen? You have to learn to work small. Small habits make a difference. It is so easy to overestimate the importance of one defining moment. We all want the glory moment, don't we? I know I do. It may not be true for you, but I know I want the glory moment. But it's in the little moments, it's in the little things that you do over and over and over again that determine what gets expressed. So, the principle of the mustard seed is what is demonstrated by this story. And it is that there is a principle working inside of the seed. Habits are seeds. It is a principle working inside of the seed. The principle doesn't care about the size of the mustard seed. It doesn't care about the size of the obstacles outside of the mustard seed. It doesn't need other mustard seed agreement. It is It says if you give me the right soil, the right conditions, voila, you got a mustard plant. Yes? I share a birthday with this dude. He's my favorite writer, Ralph Waldo Emerson. He said, what lies behind you and what lies in front of you pales in comparison to what lies inside of you. We are so impressed with the outside that we forgot that it was the inside that created the outside. And so if you will get impressed with the little things that you can do, just the little things that you can do to get 1% better in a particular area that you want a bigger demonstration in. Over time, consistently, over time, you're talking about seismic changes. This is how mountains moved. What is outwardly insignificant is often of great magnitude inwardly. There is a law of growth and expansion, and it works by means of the principle that is inside of a thing. It is not by means of facts or qualities or circumstances. So many times we think that something outwardly has to be right in order to get the demonstration. Nothing could be further from the truth. The only requirement is perfect inner conditions. Because the perfect inner conditions will the universe doesn't force. The perfect inner conditions will compel the right outer conditions to appear. I really want you to get impressed with this idea because the thing that you want, let's say you're dealing with a health condition, the thing that you want, there may not even be a so-called cure for it yet, but you holding on to the idea that you can be free of it will cause the cure to appear. Inside of every small habit is some great intelligence working, some magical, mystical, wonderful power involved. It's working. And so you've got to realize that inside of my daily habits, good, bad, or otherwise, the God in me is working. I saw some of you when I was doing my walk earlier. That's one of my small habits. I learned that if you move your body for 10 minutes after you eat, it'll flatten the glucose spike no matter what you eat. Right. And so normally I fast in the morning. This time I decided to eat. I got here at 9:30 and I was like, oh, let me rush in. It was like, no. I am working from the solution, not to the solution, right? And so there's enough time for me to do this little 10-minute walk. There is miracle power happening in your small daily habits. This is how you change yourself, and when you change you, the world shifts. How God does anything is how God does everything. If there is a miracle, wonder-working power operating in the mustard seed, guess where else it's working? Inside of you. There is a principle operating in you, causing you to be your best self. If you will give it the cooperating daily habits. Now, I love to sing, but y'all probably can tell I don't practice singing. No, you couldn't tell. You thought you had Whitney Houston up here. You If you will supply the cooperating daily habits, you can have any reality you choose. What reality do you choose? Do you choose great wealth? There are some cooperating daily habits. Do you choose great wealth or great health? There's some cooperating daily habits. That's why you saw me. Who did I wave at? I was at Melba. I waved like, yay, because I got some cooperating daily habits. Right? Whatever, nothing is beyond your reach. Nothing. And so then what you want to begin to do is dream. What do I want? What do I desire for it to look like? And then figure out the daily habit. Oh, and here's the fun part. You can be wrong about the habit. The universe doesn't care. It pays attention to intention. You can get started with a habit that honestly has nothing to do with health, in the direction of health, with the intention for health, and the universe will course correct you along the way. We are walking in, we're the fish in water. And we're saying, where is the water? And I want my eyes to open to see that I am the possibility. But let me tell you what happens, what really shuts us down. What really shuts us down is our language. We are so cavalier with the words that we let fly through our mouths. And we don't see how it is controlling what it is that we see. You are the fish in water. Maybe you're not impressed by water. You are the gold in the gold. There is no gold outside of you. You are, come on, Spirit, give me something good. Because I want you to get how absolutely amazing you are. But if you don't see it, it's as if it doesn't exist. And so you have to begin to see yourself as a person of immeasurable value. Well, how do you do that? Well, you've got to create the evidence of it. You've got to act it even before it shows up. And as you act it before it shows up, you begin to create these little pieces of evidence that convince you and reinforce for you that you are immeasurably valuable. You have something to contribute. You're here to change the planet. You're here to thrive. Small don't look good on you. Okay, ladies, I don't mean that in clothes. Okay. I mean, playing small does not look good on you because it's not true for who you are. It's not the truth. The truth is that you are God. The truth is that you are spirit. That's the truth. Am I doing that? That's me. Okay. That was spirit. That was a cosign from the universe. So experiment number 9 is the Yabba-dabba-doo corollary. And so the question that you want to ask is, what might be possible if I let go of everything I think I know? Our words, I was saying this before and I got off track. Our words act as door openers or door closers. And there are doors that are being closed because of the words you're either speaking or the words you refuse to speak. And there are doors that will open because of the words that you stop saying and the words that you commit to saying. You can't see what you don't have a word for. This device here. This device here, back in the day, this had to be tied to the wall. Nobody remembers that? And if somebody called you, they got a what? Oh, y'all don't, this is a young audience. A busy signal, right? And you were on the, I should have said it, you were on the phone. They got a busy signal, right? And then, this happened maybe when I was maybe a teenager. We got something called call waiting. Holy cow. That was something, right? And so today we have hundreds of thousands, maybe millions of these devices. Because we thought there were only a few frequencies, but for every phone, there's a frequency. And if I dial your phone, you're on frequency, I'm on a frequency. But if I dial your phone, you and I can get on the same frequency. Well, your good is on a frequency. And if you dial into it through the words that you speak, that's the only thing keeping you from having it. There is an invisible energy force or a field of infinite possibilities. Your words reach in and grab it out. As I was sitting in the Walmart parking lot in Rosemead, and the Pep Boys guy was telling me, well, you have to leave the car for tomorrow. And I'm thinking, no, that's not possible because I got to get all the way to Thousand Oaks. So we've got to figure something out. And I just began to just pray. There has to be a solution, Spirit. There has to be a solution. I reached out to Sherri. I said, Sherri, hold consciousness that this is going to work out. And they said, well, and I don't know if anybody's ever waited for a tow, but they never come as fast as you need them to. This dude showed up in 5 minutes of me putting the order in. You can create your universe. So he comes in, but now I'm nervous because he still has to hook up the car. He hooks up the car. I get it on it's now on the bed or whatever it's called in the back. But then it's now hooked up and is ready to go. And I call Pep Boys. Hey, the car is hooked up. We're on our way. We can get there. They close at 7. It's 6:20. We can get there. Well, how long is it going to take you? Well, listen, you can leave the car for tomorrow. And I'm like, no, that is not the solution that I'm calling for, universe. And as we're driving out of the parking lot, the tow truck driver says, do you just need the tire change? I said, yeah, but I don't have a spare because my car doesn't come with a spare. Oh, well, I know someone and they stay open till 11 o'clock. Yes. Because there is always provision for whatever it is that you require. What do you require? Too many times we settle for second best when the highest is available. And can we resolve today that we no longer want what is second best? Yes. Would that be okay? So I'm quickly going to give you the tweaks that she gave because these are changes to the language. So this was one I had to do for real. Tweak number 1, and all this is in the book, I get to versus I have to. So one of the things that was happening last night was the expenditure of more cash than I expected. There was the ordering of the tow truck. There was the purchasing of the tire. There was, and we just kept going. And mind you, I had already spent a cool $400. But the reason we were out in Rosemead is I was buying ski gear because I don't ski, but we're going to Mammoth, and so got to have ski gear. So I had already laid out $400. But here comes 200 more. And so I had to be mindful not to say I have to. I get to invest in making sure that my car is better. It's so simple. It seems like semantics, but it's a difference. Because the thing is that when do you ever feel like doing something that you have to do? Never. When Jordan gets up and I say, you have to make your bed, he does not want to make his bed. When I'm in a work situation, they say, well, you have to make this phone call. I don't want to make that phone call. It's just natural in us. And so making that subtle shift will change the energy around the things that come up. Because life is happening. It isn't that you are going to not have challenging experiences. Scripture says it this way. It says he causes the rain to fall on the just and the unjust. In other words, the things that are experiences that we would prefer not to have are going to happen to everyone. But how you view it, how you speak about it is going to change your experience with it. Tweak number 2 is just the way that it is versus what else is possible. Easily I could have resolved and thought, well, I guess I'm Ubering home and then Ubering to Thousand Oaks and then Ubering back to Rosemead. And no, what else is possible? You have a solution for me, universe. There is no puzzle happening that the spirit in me cannot solve. I require that I thrive. I require that my needs are met. Tweak number 3, why can't I do this? What if? What if? You know, Brailsford, when they hired him, they had a 100-year losing streak. I mean, I don't know. That might have said, you know, y'all should just pull out of cycling. Like, that's just not your sport. You know, pour all your money into badminton or something, but like, forget cycling. 100 years of losing. And he comes in and says, what's possible? And so you may be working with a condition where you've been looking at 40 years of losing in your health, right? Or in relationships, or in your money. And you can today ask, well, what else is possible? If I stop thinking that I know how it's going to turn out, and I start opening the door for something better than what I have, it can be possible. Tweak number 4, there's not enough, to there's more where that came from. That's what I had to do last night. As I handed over that nice, crisp $100 bill for that tire, like, there's more where that came from. This is not the last 100. Guess what? They keep printing those things. Tweak number 5, it's hard versus it's a piece of cake. It's simple, right? But it's a shift because it changes the experience that you're having. It changes it from being heavy lifting to you putting forth just effort, but where it's not back-breaking effort. And tweak number 6, this is a big one, especially for the single people. Well, it could be for anybody, but I think we got it a little bit more. I'm all alone. Versus, I am connected to everything. And I felt myself going into that. When I was talking to the guy from Pep Boys, I said, you know, this is not my finest hour. I'm a single mom. Because I was trying to get him to stay later. I'm a single mom. It's so easy to slip into the victim thing. It's so easy. Versus, I am connected to everything. It never occurred to me that there was a such thing as a 24-hour tire spot. Right? And that the guy that I'm sitting next to who shows up 5 minutes after I put the tow order in actually knows where it is. And he knew the guy and called him and clarified that he had the tire that I need and drove me there. The universe is biased toward your success. But it is in the small daily habits and specifically the small things that you say on a daily basis that determine whether you live a life of leisure and grace and pleasure and joy, or whether you come up the rough side of the mountain. And I don't know about you, but I have had enough of the rough side of the mountain. God bless you.
Are we all properly impressed? Wow.
Get me every time, Sherri.
I think a lot of you know this one, so please feel free to join in. It's kind of a call and response anyway, so sing with us.
Just repeat what I say. I am at home in the heart of God.
At home in the heart
My
of
mind is anchored in the truth.
My mind is anchored in the truth.
I'm living free in the heart of God.
In the heart
I'm
of
life, I'm love, I'm living proof.
I'm life, I'm love, I'm living proof.
There can never be a separated me when I live in the consciousness of peace. When I let go, I am released. I'm living love, I'm living love, I'm living free. I am at peace in the heart of love.
I am at peace in the heart
My
of love.
body's anchored in the truth.
My body's anchored in the truth.
I'm living free in the heart of love.
I'm free in the heart.
I'm light, I'm joy, I'm living proof.
I'm light, I'm joy, I'm living proof.
There will never be a separated me when I live in the consciousness of peace. When I let go, I am released. I'm living love, I'm living love, I'm living free. When I let go, I am released. I'm living love, I'm living love, I'm living free. Sing it with me. When I let go, I am released. I'm living love, I'm living free. I am at home in the heart of
I am at
God.
home in the heart of
I am at peace in the heart of love.
peace in the heart of
I'm living free in the heart of God. I'm living free in the heart of love. I am at home in the heart of God.
Did you get choked up?
Hello. I'm Lucy, and I'm your board member on duty today. To my surprise, I wasn't supposed to be. However, I'm here. And thank you. And my family's here. So I want you all to be sure to meet my son and my granddaughter. Yeah. Our church mission is about transforming lives, one life at a time. We would love for you to partner with us with a financial gift so that we can continue to be the spiritual wellness community in Thousand Oaks and beyond, so that we can continue to spread the unity message of positive, inclusive, practical Christianity along with personal and spiritual growth and self-awareness, so that we may experience more inner peace and joy in our lives. Here is our mission. If you will please read it with me with enthusiasm. Unity of the Oaks is a loving, accepting, and heart-centered spiritual community here to be love in action, to encourage There's no growth. Awaken spiritual curiosity and transform lives. Amen. Woo! In the chairs in front of you, you have all the giving information. We encourage you to take out your phone and text to the number on the card or on the screen, or use the QR code that's provided. Or after service, you can place checks in our love offering donation basket in the back of the room, or go online to our website's giving page. Join me now in taking a moment to focus your attention on your giving heart. Feel the abundance of receiving. Visualize the mission statement coming to life. Now please join me in the love offering blessing. Divine love through me blesses and multiplies all that I have, all that I give, and all that I receive. I give in love, and I trust God. We are most grateful for all of your contributions to our community. And now, here is Sue Wan to tell you what's going on at our church.
Thank you, Lucy. Hi, I'm Suwan, and I have a few reminders for us. We have 3 reminders for today, and they all can be found in the newsletter that we mail out monthly, and the weekly emailed letter, and on the calendar in the back of the room above the giving information. So next week is Bring a Friend Sunday with the Drum Circle afterwards with Tom Hollow. Yay! Yes, introduce your friend to Reverend Stacy, and you will both receive a gift. The book club is meeting on March 26th. Bring your lunch and enjoy discussing The Phone Book at the End of the World by Laura Imani Messina. The book club will meet after church from 11:30 to 1 p.m. And then finally, on April 21st, we have our first ever evening of art expression. This is going to be so fun, you guys. Please join us for wine and cheese and enjoy an evening with mixed media artists, from comedy to paintings to film to quilting and dance. There's going to be so much more. It's going to be very, very fun. Yay. So, yes. So please sign up to show off your talent by March 31st so we can organize this wonderful event for the community. Invite your friends and neighbors. Thousand Oaks and beyond is welcome. So there's so much more happening in our church. Be sure to check out the back of the room on the mini posters on the shelf. And for the February's over, for the March calendars, as well as online. If you need more information or assistance with any of our activities and events, you can see me after the service in the living room, or you can contact Michael in the office during the week. And now we have more thank yous from Reverend Sherri.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. I want to say happy birthday to the March birthdays. We have Karen Wright, Lucy Nye. When is your birthday, Lucy? Oh, yay! Happy birthday. Betsy Couturier. I don't see Betsy here. Stacy Macris Ross. Reverend Stacy Macris Ross. Twyla Nair, Scott Quintard, and April Jules. Happy birthday to all of the March birthdays. Do we say yes? Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday to you. Happy birthday, dear baby. And all the other March birthdays. Happy birthday to you. I want to say thank you, Jackie, for being our online greeter. Thank you so much for that. It's evening for her, so good evening. And then just a reminder to let you know that after service today, stay around for a fun and brief internet and social media tutorial with Suwan. Yes, I want you to ask any questions, and she will do her best to help. We have Ann and Janie, our prayer chaplains today. Is that correct? Janie. Janie's our prayer chaplain today. She'll be available to pray with you after service in the room that's to your immediate left. If you knock, they will see you and they'll be with you shortly. We also have a prayer box on the back credenza, or you can email in your prayer request to prayer@unityoftheoaks.org. Thank you so much for being here today, whether you came in person or you were with us online. And I want to encourage you to be sure to grab some goodies from hospitality, also to your left, and enjoy our outside courtyard and bring it back inside and here with you. All right, let's stand right now, join hands and do our peace song and our prayer for protection.
Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. Yes, there is peace on earth, a peace that was meant to be. With God as creator, family all are we. Let us walk with each other in perfect harmony. Yes, peace begins with me. Let this be the moment now. With every step I take, let this be my joyous vow. To take each moment and live each moment in peace eternally. Yes, there is peace on earth, and yes, it begins with me. The light of God surrounds us. We are the light. The love of God enfolds us. We are the love. The power of God protects us. We are the power. The presence of God watches over us. We are the presence. Wherever we are, God is, and all is well.
Well, I sing the unity blues. I got it all the time. 'Cause we're so happy to be here and sing the